Ladies and gentlemen, may I ask you a question? What is happy? Well, actually, that was a stupid question because happiness is around every corner of the world, and the only thing you need to do is to find it. The simplest way to make yourself happy can be reading funny stories or doing things that you really like from the inside of your heart. Well, for me, when I'm fencing or cycling, I'll feel very happy. Sometimes it can be tiring, but I still feel very happy. There are 1,000 kinds of happiness in this world, and the most interesting one, I think, is the happiness after you succeed in doing something. For example, if I win the champion of this contest, I'll feel very happy. Happiness can also be very simple and easy. For example, when we're having a family reunion and we don't worry about each other, we'll feel very happy, right? But many people still don't find happiness in their daily lives. How come? They often feel stressful because of a word they called reality. They keep working all the time and complain their lives being very boring. But on the other hand, if we keep playing day and night without any work or study, we'll also quickly feel very boring again, right? So now, my friends, it's time for me to tell you my secret recipe for happiness. Happiness isn't only reading thousands of books, but also traveling around the world. We have to see the cultural diversity and natural beauty of the world with our own eyes. We have to make our life balanced. Therefore, making a good timetable also makes us happy. And finally, let us show the whole world unlimited happiness in our limited time. Thank you.
Good morning, contestant number 15.
Good morning.
At the very beginning of your speech, you said that happiness is around every corner of the world. The only thing we need to do is to find it. My question is, what is happiness that you can find now in this contest?
Well, thank you for your question. Well, I think participating the contest and then standing here, I'm very glad that I can stand here. You can give me an opportunity to stand here and present myself to you, my friends, for the 3.5 minutes. And this is the last time I can stand on an English competition in my primary level. So I think this is very important. And I think one thing that makes me very happy is I can make many friends with contestants. They're my friends with me, but also enemies with me. So I think I can build good friendship with them, and I can travel in Xiamen, and that's very important. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. You mentioned you enjoy fencing.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about this sport, and can you also tell us why you enjoy doing it?
Yeah, thank you. Well, first, while I was a little kid, I had a dream of myself being like a warrior. And now, when we're doing fencing, it is a very noble sport from the 18th in Europe. And now, only wealthy people can play it at then. But now I can experience myself. I can wear like a suit, a mask, and holding a sword like a warrior. So that's something very unique in a sport like this. You cannot experience them in other kind of sports, right? So, and then you have to think hard how to get close to your opponent, how to get marks, and then how to defend with a sword, with something you can never do in your daily lives. So it's very unique, so I like it very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jerry, and I'm 9 years old. I think I look just like Harry Potter, but my friends disagree. They think I should be called Fat Potter, which I dislike very much. Everyone has his own way to feel happy. Must watch movies. Everyone likes to see movies. I don't know anyone who doesn't. But to me, watching movies is the most enjoyable thing I can do in the world. I like action movies, animations, though sometimes I think they're a little stupid. Horror movies, most of the time I can't fall asleep after having seen them, and fantasy movies. But I hate love stories. Yeah, kissing and hugging make me want to throw up. Actually, fantasy movies are my absolute favorite, like Harry Potter. I really believe that there's a real Hogwarts in the world, and I hope that I could be a student there when I am 10 years old. and practice magic at once. I am eager to do without the wishes of wizards. I've also learned the magic spells by heart, like Avada Kedavra and Expelliarmus. These are the famous, when Voldemort and Harry Potter, they deal with each other and they always use these spells. Every weekend, I used to watch a movie in the theater, but recently I have a deal with my dad. If I get full mark on that paper, I'll be given 4 pieces of apple as a reward. If I have collected 10 apples, I can see a film. I can see a movie at any time if I work hard. I think the true meaning of happiness is to do my first thing through my own effort. Right now, sitting for you, I feel very happy. Thank you for listening and hope you have a good day.
Good morning, contestant number 25.
Good morning.
Your recipe for happiness is to watch movies.
Right.
But you said that you hate love movies, and kissing and hugging make you want to throw up. So my question is, why do you hate love movies?
As you see, I'm just a little child, but I think kissing and hugging are so gross, and it's just like I don't want to show anything on the feelings like I love you so much and all that. So mainly I just think that love story is just gross. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. You mentioned that you look like Harry Potter,
Right.
and you like Harry Potter quite a lot. Could you tell us a bit more about why exactly you like Harry Potter?
As you see, I only like Harry Potter because he have magic, but otherwise his life is so dangerous. Like every time he's just fighting with Voldemort and other Death Eaters. But in Lion King, the movie Lion King, the little lion just relaxing. So I can very interesting in that. Now I can remember the lines. Do you want to hear it?
Sorry?
Lion King, those lines, like in those characters saying words, and now I can remember those. Do you want to hear it? Okay. Life's not fair, is it? You see, I shall never be king, and you shall never see life another day. And you, do you want to know what is not the food? What do you want? I'm here to announce the King of Us is on his way. But there's a lot after that, but I think time's up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very glad to be here and share with you my secret recipe for happiness. Many things can make me happy, like winning a match, having a nice dinner with my family, making new friends, but best of all, reading books. Reading is a pleasure of the mind. Your eagerness, knowledge, and speed make you a good reader. Reading is fun, not only because the writer is telling you something, but it makes your mind work. Math books show me the beauty of logic. Science books provide me a chance to sail in the sea of truth. And finally, records about insects brings me into an amazing world full of creatures. Oh, to tell you a secret, I used to hide in my closet reading books with a small electric torch to get out of my mom's guard. And that's why she always says, I'm a happy little bookworm who enjoys every minute I spend on books. Once I got ill and felt terribly itchy all over me. It was books that helped me forget all those uncomfortable feelings. Whenever Mom takes me to visit some friends, their bookshelves would be my first destination in their house. Reading is the greatest pleasure in my life. It increases my contentment when I am cheerful and lessens my sorrow when I am sad. So, ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to join me and enjoy the great happiness in the book paradise. Thank you very much.
Okay, contestant number 1, in your speech, you said that the recipe for happiness is reading books. Because reading is pleasure of the mind, reading is fun. Would you please name a book you like to read most and tell us why?
You mean my favorite book?
Yes.
Well, my favorite book is very famous. The name of it is The Wizard of Oz, which tells that the little girl Dorothy and her dog Toto went on a journey to get back their home. In the journey, they met 3 special friends, the Scarecrow, Tin Man, and the Lion. They all want something from the Wizard of Oz. At last, they all get the thing they want, and Dorothy went back to her home. It is my favorite book because it is very interesting and magical. When I'm reading this book, my heart is just like jumping out to my mouth. I hope that all of you will like that book too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Here's my question. We've talked a lot about books. I'm going to change the subject. Could you tell me your favourite sport and tell us why you like it, please?
My favorite sport? Well, my favorite sport is badminton. It is very convenient. You just need a ball and 2 things to play it. And it is good for your eyes. When you play it, you must stare at the ball and it is a little bit of difficult. So it is good for your eyes. And when you play it, you could train yourself. You must run here and there to get the ball. Well, I used to play with my dad every day, but now as I'm in the school, I can just play him after my school. And that's my answer to this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor for me to stand here to share with you my recipe for happiness. When I was a very little child, a piece of chocolate or an ice cream would make me happy. A beautiful dress or a wonderful trip to Disneyland used to make me happy. As I get older, the things that bring me joy changed. So of that, I've started to find my true happiness. My dad once told me that reading a masterpiece is like talking to a great person. I cannot agree more. A good story is a window to our colorful world. Through reading, I have traveled to many magical places. I have met a lot of unique friends and experienced many different things from the world around me. Books take me back a few hundreds or even thousands of years ago. I've seen many fascinating civilizations. Reading is an endless enjoyment. When I feel unhappy, I simply open a book and enter into another world. I feel I'm an angel, like the book flies into my heart and fills me with warmth and pleasure. A horse is happiest running through a lush green field. A bird is happiest hovering across the blue sky. I'm happiest when I'm reading. So what about you? The first time you realize that you cannot sit around waiting for happiness to find you is your first step on the road to acquiring happiness. Thank you.
Contestant number 11, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, in your speech, you mentioned that when you feel unhappy, you will open the book
Yes.
and you can enter a happy word. Would you please name a book that you like to read most and why?
Oh, thank you very much. Like I said, when I am unhappy, I'll open a book. So maybe at that time, I would like to open a book like Father and Son. That book is more like a comic book, was written by a German writer, and that book tells a happy story between a father and son. I like to read that book because of a special reason. I think that I always pretend that I was the little boy and my father was the father. So I think that I would love to read that book because it's like my life. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Which subject at school do you like the most and why?
Thank you very much. Of course, I like English most at school because I think English is so important for me. Like if I want to go abroad and I have to understand and speak well in English so I can communicate with foreigners and I can understand things like if I want to eat, I need to understand the menu. So I think English is so important for me. The second reason is I think English is not a task for me, but I like to learn English. It's my hobby to learn English, so it brings happiness to me. So I love English the most. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi there, everybody. I'm a happy boy, so that I believe I'm the best person to share with you my ideas about today's topic, my recipes for happiness. Why am I happy all the time? Because I have some recipes that makes me feel happy. The first and the best way to keep me happy is to play with my Lego toys and domino bricks. I often build these toys into figures of tanks, robots, starships, turrets, castles, and many other things. I have my own special way of playing them, command my units to defeat others like a mini battlefield, or destroy them with my own special weapon. I also like to invite my friends to play with me. The more, the merrier. My second recipe is watching DVDs. I like Disney movies very much, such as Star Wars, Harry Potter, and many other famous movies. These movies are so funny that I can't help laughing all the time when I watch them. Once, I watched the DVD, and I kept laughing until I felt bellyache.